track of campaign donations. The North States News' Max Tedford is in the newsroom after digging into the documents and talking with the man involved. Max.
Well, Mike, 5 years later, Patrick Jones and Linda Kent of Reading are facing $10,000 in fines from the FPPC due to 2 violations they made in tracking donations to Jones' campaign, with investigators alleging they purposely left the source of thousands of dollars unaccounted for, where Jones says it was just a mistake.
Well, we obviously didn't understand the rule at that time, otherwise we wouldn't have done that. We tried to follow all the rules, and we don't try to hide anything whatsoever.
California's election laws require any contribution of $25 or more be recorded with who made the donation, their address, how much they've given overall, and when the donation was made, with even more information required, including business or employer, if the donation is $100 or more, and no donations of $100 or more can be made in cash. Things Jones says he and his accountant were not aware of despite his history in politics.
Linda was fairly new at this, and so we tried to do everything correct, and I really appreciate her help in running my campaigns as far as the dollar amounts. I didn't have as much contact in that area.
The FPPC says of the $94,456 Jones raised, $21,262 was in cash. Of that, only 18% of the cash transactions were recorded accurately, saying the remaining $17,000 left out information including amounts donated, dates, names, and businesses. Linda Kent admitted to FPPC investigators that she had purposely given change to about 25 donations of $100 each in the hopes they could keep the donors anonymous, something Jones says they thought was allowed.
Politics is a pretty dirty job at times, and some of the people can be very vicious, and when they lose business, they'd like to be anonymous. So we felt in earnest that if it was a $99 donation, that would be anonymous.
However, the FPPC says even with those 25 transactions, that still leaves a significant portion of the cash relatively unaccounted for, estimating at least 34 transactions equaling $11,600 of the cash donations were also illegal donations of over $100. Jones admits it was his mistake.
So it was obviously miscommunication on my part, and we accepted their results, paid the fine, and probably won't do it again.
Due to what the FPPC calls the purposeful nature of the violations, they went forward with the maximum fines possible at $10,000. However, with the investigation first starting in 2022, Jones thinks it was politically motivated.
Timing is obvious that there's probably some political motivation. That's what I would suspect, and the amount as well. It's a rather large amount for some administrative errors.
Now, Jones told me he believed the rule had changed in recent years, which is where his mistake originated. However, FPPC staff told me this afternoon that no changes have been made to that rule in the 7 years before his campaign. I'm Max Tedford for the North States News. Back to you, Mike.